Good morning. Wow, it's been a while. So it's been about a month since I've been on trail, which in the past year, I've been on trail an average of at least once a week, every single week. So I'll explain more about that later. But today we are back on the Sandridge Trail here in beautiful Jennings State Forest. They have finished the work on the trail, so I'm anxious to see all the signage and stuff. I've been on this trail not that long ago, but today we're going to be talking and I'm going to be working on hydration. So I don't know, those of you who saw my Swanee River bail, I realized after watching, especially after watching Constantine with Hiking America have to bail on a trail recently in Arkansas, how critical hydration is. So as you can see, I have a bottle here on my shoulder and a couple of more liters on me. I always carry my filtration kit with me. But I'm going to kind of set a goal today to stay hydrated, because I think that played a very big part. Even though it was raining like crazy, it played a very big part in the reason why I had to bail on my Swanee River trip. So we'll talk about that, and a little bit later on the trail here, if I see any cool stuff, I'll let you know. But a little bit later on the trail, I'll explain what happened and why I've been off trail for over a month. So anyway, time to get on trail and enjoy this beautiful Jennings State Forest State Park on the Sandridge Trail. Okay, so I said I'd be showing you some of these improvements, these beautiful signs, and I think a volunteer makes these, and I wish I knew their name. I've seen it on the website or on the Facebook page, but we are going to be doing the opposite of what I did last time on this trail. We'll be going counterclockwise, but these great signs are up here, and we're going to be following the pink blazes on the Sandridge Trail. Please don't confuse them with the pink blazes that you'll find on the Dunn's Farm Trail, which is on the other side of this forest. Okay, next time out here, I'll definitely go down here to the Dome Swamp Connector. I've heard it's pretty cool down here, but for today, I'm going to continue on the Sandridge Trail. But again, man, I can't say enough about the last time I was on the trail, this trail, it was just getting blazed, and the continued improvements are amazing. So I can't say enough about Jennings State Forest and the rangers and the volunteers that work here. It's just a truly special place. So anyway, next time we'll look at the Dome Swamp. Right now we're going to continue on the pink blazes. Okay, let's talk Privy Etiquette. So we're here on the Sandridge Trail and we're here at this beautiful privy. And I noticed this, let me turn this around. When we were in Colorado, people don't understand how a privy works. There's a big stack that comes out of the top that sucks air out only when the seat is closed. So someone just left this privy and didn't close the seat. So if you go in a privy and it stinks, it's because people are not closing the seat. So when you use a privy, number one, don't put a bunch of stuff down there. Put what belongs down there. And number two, please, please, please close the seat every time. So that's my rant. See you later. So about 3 miles in on the Sandridge Trail, you will come to a privy, which I just showed you, and you'll come to the Hammock Campground, which is, you take the trail in from behind the privy. So if you wanted to do a short gear shakedown, you could definitely hike the 3 miles in and then camp here. And I'll show you the campground in just a second. And then hike back out or finish the trail. But there's also spots on the Pioneer Trail and stuff. The thing is here, you may end up with some car campers, whereas the campsites on the Pioneer Trail are primitive walk-in only. So doesn't mean you won't end up with some other people, but you won't end up with maybe someone playing a car stereo or running an engine in the middle of the night, something like that. So anyway, we're back at the privy. Trail's right there, heading back. Okay, we're here and where the car camping is, and I will put the name in later. But as you can see, they're really nice sites. They have these little pavilions as well as grills. I'm being quiet because there's people camping here. It's a big fire ring. And I'm not sure how many sites are here, but you can go on the Florida State Parks reservation system and reserve a spot. You don't have to be in a car. You can backpack camp into. There is no power. There is no water. There is a privy. So you got to bring everything in with you. But yeah, there's a really nice camping site. Like a tent pad set up there for that place. And another nice one there. It's a nice area. So I'm gonna hike back out this road and get back on the trail. So the folks who have watched my videos, you know I like to find big trees, but let me show you one of my favorite trees. This is a baby longleaf pine. And these guys stay about this size for a really long time and drive their roots down into the ground. And then they kind of start turning into, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 year olds. Like this guy. And then they kind of become like teenagers. And in this forest, that's about as big as they are because this land has been restored. So all the big guys are gone. There's a pretty big one, but really not as old as you would think, maybe 20 or 25 years old. So when you see, when I stop at a really big guy of one of these beautiful longleaf pines, which are so important to this ecosystem of the sandhills, when you see me at a really big one, that can give you a little bit of an idea of one of my favorite trees. They're just so beautiful and really cool, and a great sign that people are doing the right things in our environment. So that's my tree for the day. Okay, so kind of 2 goals today. Remember, it's been a long time since I've been hiking, and I'll talk about that in a little while. It's been about a month, but this hydration thing. So just to bring you up to speed, those of you who saw my video where I had to bail on my 3-day trip on the Swanee River, if you look at that video, you'll see I was hiking in the rain all day long, and I definitely know that I did not drink enough. Yeah, the trail was hard and it was raining and blah, blah, blah. But when I got to camp, I was okay. But once I laid down and started trying to get back up and down again, the cramps were unbelievable. It was, even the next day, really hard to kneel down to like roll up a sleeping bag or something. I had to be very careful to stand back up to not get cramps in my legs. And you know, I don't know why, but I didn't really connect the dots. And then recently was watching Constantine on a trip that he had to bail. Constantine with Hiking America, definitely follow him. He was in Arkansas, I don't remember which trail. And in the first couple of days, super humid, a lot of moisture in the air. It was hot, but he had the same issues where he didn't drink enough. And this guy's a professional hiker. I mean, that's all he does is through hike. That's not why he had to bail. It's the first time I think he's ever had to bail on a trail, but it was certainly part of it. So our bodies, gotta pay attention. Our bodies really get used to a rhythm when we start hiking a lot. And one of those rhythms might be how often you stop and drink water. I know for me, it's not often enough. So even though I carry plenty of water and I always have my filtration, it's going to be my focus now to remind myself to drink, because you got to take care of your body if you want to continue to enjoy the trail. So that's my rant on that. I'll tell you at the end of the trail what happened and why I was off trail for a little over a month. So more to come, but let's just take some more look at this beautiful Sandridge Trail here in Jennings State Forest. Okay, we're almost at the end of the trail today. I hope you enjoyed it. So let's talk about why I've been off trail for about a month. So this all started back when we went to Colorado. If you haven't watched the videos of Colorado, what an epic place. Really, really awesome. But on day one in Colorado, I immediately got altitude sickness, and it was bad. It's not a fun thing to have. So, not a doctor, I don't play one on TV, but I have a theory that if you're a Flatlander Florida hiker and your lungs are used to breathing in yummy, moist, oxygen-rich air every single day, and you hike and exert those lungs, I think they get kind of lazy. That's my theory anyway. So when we got up there into Colorado, with there's almost no moisture and considerably less oxygen, it took a couple of days to acclimate, and I definitely wasn't going to be doing any hiking because we were only there for a week. So about 3 days after getting back, I got an upper respiratory infection that has been going around, and it was pretty rough. I was sick for probably about 8 or 10 days. And I do know other people who've had similar infections recently that went back on trail through hikers, went back on trail too soon and actually got knocked off trail. I know of at least 3 or 4 people that that's happened to. So learning from their experiences, I made the conscious decision to let my lungs heal for a couple of weeks. And I'm really glad I did, because today I'm at the end of about 6 miles right now. And I'm doing my usual huffing and panting. Those of you who see my videos know that I hike too fast and I push my body a little too hard. But other than that, I feel great. Heart rate is good. Oxygen saturation is good. So I think it was well worth waiting that extra couple of weeks to let my body heal up really good. So that's why I was off trail. I will say today has been, I'm going to change hands here. Today has been great. I feel good. My legs are a little more tired than usual. As you saw in the video, I've been hydrating like crazy. I'm almost done with my 2nd liter, which for me is about double what I would normally drink at 6 miles. And my body feels really good. So I'm glad I waited. I'm glad to be back on trail. I probably won't be doing a lot of videos because I'm going to be training for an epic day hike that's going to be happening the second weekend in October up in Georgia. And I'm going to be hiking with Aunt Bobby, my little sister, who is going to be hiking with me on a sunrise hike up in the mountains of Georgia. So look forward to that coming in the future. I won't tell you where or anything till we get further in, but it's going to be epic. But I got some training to do to get ready for that. So anyway, happy trails, everybody. Please be sure to hit like and subscribe, and take good care of your bodies. Drink a lot of water. We'll see you on the trail. Bye-bye, y'all.